When the Bruins hoisted the Stanley Cup this spring, one player wanted to commemorate the event, well, permanently. Scott Ford is an artist at Smiling Buddha Tattoo. He's been inking Bruins defenseman Andrew Ference since he was a Calgary Flame.
Got a full Haida eagle piece on his back, two big Haida eagles facing each other. And he sat for 9 hours that first session.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then he really liked it, and it just snowballed from there. We started doing 3/4 sleeve on him, and he's been coming back every year.
Scott's been inking Ference ever since, and a while back, he made him a promise.
Every time he was in the chair when he came in from Boston, I'd say, just remember that promise still stands. You guys win the cup, I'll fly out to Boston.
As the Bruins skated to victory on Vancouver ice, Scott had just flown back to Calgary from Toronto.
Check my email before work. Just, Scott, the boys want you out here now. We'll pay for the flight, we need tattoos. So I was just like, okay, back on the plane.
Touching down in Boston, Scott headed to the TD Garden.
I tattooed, let's see, Brad Marchand, Milan Lucic, Recchi, Sagan, Ference, Boychuk. Yeah, it was great. Most of them got just Stanley Cup champions, Boston Bruins, and then the date of Game 7.
Ironically, the very thing those 6 guys were chasing all season was just down the hall.
I just kicking myself though, because the cup was in the next room. I didn't even get to see it because I was too focused on tattooing. And then the next day, Andrew said, oh, we should have got a picture of you with the cup, but it was on its way to Vegas. So I was like, oh, I didn't even get to see the cup. But.
For a guy with a lot of tattoos, Ference kept his pretty simple.
He got a Boston Bruin logo right here, only it was more like it was just black and gray. It was like a stamp, almost like the TV show MASH, like the lettering, eh?
Yeah.
Just a big stamp, and then 2011 arced over it. Like Andrew, I think it was a personal thing for him because he paid for my flight and my hotel. You know, he ponied the bill. And I said, dude, you don't have to do that. And he said, no, don't worry about it, no. So I think it was more like a gift from him to his teammates. You know, I'm going to bring my tattoo guy out and he'll tattoo you for free.
This is like the Florence Nightingale of tattoo artists. He's like so nice to his patients. Let's see the script there. Stanley Cup champions, the Ton Bruins, 2011. All right, so Scotty's working away.
That ankle belongs to Mark Recchi, who rides off into the sunset like a character in a movie script. Hey, he played 22 years in the NHL, and he won the Stanley Cup with 3 different teams.
He got a Stanley Cup with all 3 years that he won the Stanley Cup, and then he got the Boston logo, the Carolina logo, and the old Pittsburgh Penguins logo in '91. Yeah, but the only thing was I didn't expect to be doing a Carolina logo, so I didn't have any red. So his tattoo's not done yet for the Carolina logo.
Yeah. I can honestly say that nobody else in the world would probably have that tattoo.
Nope.
Leaving the sights and sounds of Beantown behind, Scott is back in Calgary, bringing his considerable talents to Smiling Buddha. From photorealistic portraits like these to bringing Darth Vader and Boba Fett to life. For Scott, it's all about the artwork.
For me growing up, like I'm not diehard hockey fan, but for me growing up, as a little kid, the first thing that I sort of clued in, that's hockey, was the Boston Bruins logo.
Yeah.
You know, being like 3 years old, you know, Boston Bruins logo, that's hockey.
Yeah.